The Corruption of Chris Miller apparently is described as a very hard to find Spanish giallo film, 1973. This one's about Ruth. She is a sort of cold, icy blonde woman living with her daughter Chris Miller. They live in this sort of house in the countryside and have a really fractured relationship, a little bit of abuse perhaps, but Ruth's father has left them and she awaits his letters. However, every time she goes to get the letters from the mail, no contact from her father, and the two of them are at odds and they don't really do anything. They sort of just live in this house, and I'm not sure what they do for work, but Barney is a drifter and who shows up at the end of a big rainstorm and crashes in their barn, and he seduces Ruth and sticks around for free breakfast, but then decides to sort of ingratiate himself into the house. However, Barney may be a dangerous scythe-wielding killer. The opening scene pretty much sets up how violent this movie can be. But then the movie kind of slows down a little bit for some tension, some steamy stuff, as Barney sort of seduces Ruth and then tries to flirt with the daughter and introduce some other elements. The middle part of the movie does sag a little bit, and then when we do get to the finale, it is pretty gruesome, enjoyable. The movie's pacing is a little bit off, though, in the middle, and near the end, of course. But overall, this is a simple potboiler of a thriller film. It's got a little bit of sleaze, a little bit of violence, a lot of tension and mystery, suspense, everything you could want in a giallo film. I felt the movie was just a little bit on the long side, so that's the only thing hurting the pacing. So overall, pretty solid performances from everyone, and I give The Corruption of Chris Miller a 5 out of 10.